You should buy a Tesla Model Y right now and not wait for the Juniper refresh. Let me say that again because your head might be spinning. You should buy a Model Y right now and not wait for 2025. Now, yes, the 2025 Model Y is shaping up to be pretty exciting. There are some changes and features that are mostly good, some bad, but mostly good. But for some people, they just want to buy right now and enjoy this car immediately. And if you are looking to go that route, there's really never been a better time to buy a Model Y than right now. Let me break down, though, in this video, 10 things you need to know if you decide to buy a Model Y right now, because Tesla is tricking you in some sort of nefarious ways, but also giving you a better deal in a lot of ways than we've ever seen before. Let me break this all down and tell you what you need to know, and also give a huge thanks to CC Raffle for sponsoring this video. Stay tuned to learn how you could win any Tesla or $50,000 cash, but hurry up because this is ending soon. Okay, so before we go any further in this video, let me just sort of clear the air and sort of state the obvious. Yes, Tesla is planning a pretty major refresh for the Model Y in early 2025. Codename here is Project Juniper. This new model has continued to leak pretty extensively over the last couple of weeks. And while we know what is coming mostly, and we've got an idea of when it's coming, for some people, for multiple reasons, they just don't want to wait. Maybe the price and incentive structure right now is just too good to pass up. Maybe they need a car right now and they don't want to wait for the unknown that may or may not be coming, and who knows what the timeline is. And also with Tesla sort of making some bigger design changes and removing stocks and stuff like that, there might just be some features here that you don't want with the new Model Y. And if you look at the lineup that Tesla's offering right now and you like what you see, then, like I mentioned, right now is an excellent time to buy. But you gotta know these 10 things first. The first thing you need to know is that the Model Y lineup has dramatically changed over the last few years. Even over the last couple of weeks, the Model Y lineup has changed. And you just need to be very well informed about what the options are and what you get for spending more money and what you lose for spending less money. You can follow along by jumping onto the Tesla website, or I'll do all the hard work for you by showing you on screen what your three options are as of filming right now. There is an all-new long-range rear-wheel drive offering that packs the most range of any Model Y in the lineup and also comes in at the cheapest price, about 320 miles of range for about $37,490 if we account for the $7,500 federal tax credit. Next up is the long-range all-wheel drive, a little peppier, a little sportier, a little less range, around $40,500, again, including that tax credit. And then there's the performance model, the Beast, with the best performance, uber turbine wheels, and all the bells and whistles for a hair under $44,000. And I know I threw a lot of numbers at you and a lot of names, so let me sort of slow things down and take things one step at a time. Of course, remember that all Model Ys will qualify for the $7,500 federal tax credit as long as you qualify and you meet the qualifications the IRS gives you in its guidelines. And also, again, you can take this as a point of sale credit or discount. So we always hear the word tax credit and we think about, when we file our taxes, but you can actually sort of get this in advance and get that price right off the price you have to actually pay for the car when you take delivery. Also keep in mind, again, that ranges will fluctuate depending on the model you go with. For example, the Performance Model Y is the fastest and offers the most performance, but is going to offer the least amount of range and be the most expensive. While the long-range rear-wheel drive Model Y is a new offering, it's a little bit slower, not as much pep in its steps, so to speak, but it's also packing the most range and also is at the cheapest price, but is a rear-wheel drive offering, not an all-wheel drive, which for some people, depending on where you live in the world, might not sort of suit the vehicle you're looking for based on different weather conditions. The other thing you'll notice here is that for the first time in a while, there's a pretty sizable but not super significant margin, all things considered, between every one of these models. It's about $3,000-ish between a rear-wheel drive Model Y and an all-wheel drive, or the all-wheel drive or the performance. So at about $3,000, what do you get and what do you need to know? Basically, the bottom line is this. The performance model, it's going to be, the best with in terms of performance and speed and stuff like that. If you want the looks and the performance, that's what you're going to go with. In terms of the rear-wheel drive versus the all-wheel drive, again, the big difference there is with the dual motors versus one motor, also a little bit more range, which is kind of negligible, sort of if you're comparing the two. But also do keep in mind something Tesla isn't really forthcoming about on their website, at least clearly, and that is that the base Model Y has sort of the standard interior. So what Tesla's done in the past, I'm not sure if it's the case with the current Model Y, but at least previously, it did not come with floor mats, which is kind of a bummer given the price. And also what I do know is the fact that Tesla does list this is that you are going to be getting a subpar or not as, what do they call it, partial premium audio system in the Model Y as compared to the full premium sound system. So you don't get as many speakers, you don't get as many amplifiers. I don't believe there's a subwoofer in there either. So just sort of keep in mind, if you're really big into music, you might want to spend $3,000 and sort of make your investment into a better audio system. Not a huge deal for some, but if you care about the audio experience, there is a noticeable difference between the base system in the base car and sort of the mid-tier and higher-end vehicles that have the full premium interior. Also keep in mind that Tesla has recently launched a couple of new color options here for the Model Y in the North American market. For example, Stealth Gray is a new color, and it's also now the new default free color. So if you're a fan of that color, you don't have to pay anything extra. So that's kind of cool to see. And also there are a couple of new higher end options. One is Ultra Red, which maybe I'm a little partial to. I've got it on the Model X. It's a beautiful, rich, vibrant red color. And then also there is a new Quicksilver color offering, which is sort of at the high end, a really nice offering. And Tesla has recently made a change, making it now available on all Model Ys. So even if you go with the cheapest Model Y and you want to upgrade the paint color, you can, and go Quicksilver if you want to go that route. Something else to consider if you're going to go with the Model Y right now that might be changing in the future, and what really sort of separates the Model Y in its current form from the Model 3 and even, I guess, Model S and Model X to a certain extent, and even Cybertruck, I guess, is the 7-seat configuration. So by default, the Model Y is a 5-seater, but you can actually configure it with a 7-seat option and get 2 more seats in sort of the partial third row, very, very back of the vehicle. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind with the 7-seater option. One is that, correct me if I'm wrong down below, but I believe it's only available on the middle tier long-range all-wheel drive offering. So you can't get it at the base model, can't go with performance, you have to go with that middle tier. And also, those back 2 seats are fairly small. I don't even know if they could accommodate a full-size adult, or if they could, wouldn't want to be for a long, extended period of time. So keep in mind that they are mostly for children. I'm showing you some videos here on screen. You should definitely go check this out beforehand if you can. Usually Tesla service centers and showrooms have these available if you can ask and check one out, because the pictures on the website might be deceiving. And just keep in mind, these are very small rear seats in the very back of Model Y. So while it is an option, just keep in mind that not going to be able to fit 7 adults comfortably in a Model Y. Something else you need to know before you buy a Tesla right now, the Tesla, spoiler alert, really doesn't want you to know, is that you could actually win the Tesla of your dreams, Model 3, Model Y, Model S, Model X, Cybertruck, or $50,000 cash for a limited time. This is all made possible by the 10th annual EV raffle supporting Chicago Chesed, an organization that offers 80 programs and services to more than 6,000 individuals per year, with a focus on battling hunger, preventing eviction and homelessness, and providing for needy families with basics such as clothing and furniture. So not only are you getting the chance to support a really amazing organization and really make a difference and have an impact on the community, but also, of course, again, folks, your chance to win the Tesla of your dreams. It's a win-win situation here. Again, Model S, Model X, Model 3, Model Y, even Cybertruck is at play here. Or, of course, you can go the cash option and go with $50,000. Now, this is only for a limited time. Raffle is coming up soon. They're going to choose a winner. Hit the link down below to learn more and get entered for your chance to win today. And again, also use my code, link down below. That code is Robert, to get $25 off 2 tickets or $500 off 15 tickets. So use that code Robert for some savings. Again, tickets are limited, only limited amount of time, limited amount of tickets sold. So again, learn more and enter for the chance to win the Tesla of your dreams. The link right down below in the description, or head to ccraffle.com. Something else that's pretty unique with the Model Y as compared to other Teslas in the lineup is that you can actually pay to unlock a number of different features on your Model Y after the fact. So maybe you buy the car, you take delivery, you drive it for 6 months or a year and you're happy with it, but then you've got the itch for something new. You can actually change a couple of things after the fact and even make your car faster and unlock more range. For a certain subset of Model Y configurations, you can actually pay to get, I think they're calling it like a range boost or something. You can basically pay to unlock more range in your Model Y. There's also an acceleration boost. This is $2,000, but will improve the 0 to 60 time of your Model Y long range and make it a bit more like a performance variant. I think this is only for the dual motor configuration, but if you've got that long range Model Y and you've got a little bit more of that need for speed, you can pay the money or use referral points to unlock even faster acceleration on your current model without having to do anything, but just tap a button on your screen. And then also, of course, there is the full self-driving subscription, or you could even buy full self-driving in full after the fact, which I don't recommend to do the subscription. Basically, what this does is allow you to have all the different full self-driving features, auto park, auto lane change, full self-driving supervised on city streets, all that stuff right in your car. One of the big beauties and benefits of Teslas is that even if you go with the base model of the cheapest possible thing, they have all the hardware built into the car to unlock these features later. So even if you buy the base Model Y, you want to get in at the cheapest price, and maybe you wait 6 months and you want to try full self-driving, you can pay the $100 to unlock it on a subscription basis and try out all the features for 30 days. You don't have to pay anything more to get new hardware or go anywhere. Your car already has everything it needs. You just sort of unlock it with that subscription and you're good to go. That's super cool. And also, I love that the subscription gives you that flexibility to pay when you want to use it, not pay when you don't want to use it. Just way better than buying it outright. Now, I do want to mention a couple of problems with the current Model Y right now, or I should say the Model Y in its current form. Something that really irks me about Tesla, at least in the United States, that they just decided was a thing lately, is not including a charger with the car. And I totally understand for environmental reasons why they might not want to do it. I even understand for cost reasons why they wouldn't want to do it. And I even think that if you own a previous Tesla, I understand not giving you a charger with the car if it's not your first EV or your first Tesla. But for so many people making the switch to their very first electric vehicle, this is their very first EV, their very first Tesla, they don't have a charger at home, not including just a basic charger with the car anymore, to me just seems flat out insulting and flat out wrong. Now, Tesla on their checkout page does at least make this a bit more transparent these days, and they do tell you, hey, you've got the option for the mobile connector or the wall connector, but you will need something. So just keep in mind that if you do go the route of buying a Model Y, you need to buy a charger because nothing comes with the car. You do still get the adapter that lets you use third-party charging stations, the Tesla to J1772 adapter, but in terms of a car charger, nothing comes with the vehicle. So you've got to buy that either at Best Buy or Amazon or with Tesla when you buy the car or take delivery. You need to have the charger because I don't want you to get home with your shiny new car, be low on range, and have no way to charge it because it does not come with a charger. So be sure you keep that in mind. It's a change Tesla made about a year or so ago, maybe 2 years ago now, at least as far as I know, just in the United States, that really is sort of a head scratcher. And also, I do want to mention one of the cool things here as well is that even if you buy this Model Y in its current form and the Juniper refresh comes out with its new design and bells and whistles, technically speaking, like on a tech level, the current Model Y and Juniper should be basically the same. Now, the new Model Y will likely have some extra cameras, at least a front bumper camera. It'll likely have the improved higher brightness refresh display. It'll have the rear display. But all in all, the technology of the vehicle, like the Hardware 4 system with all the cameras, the autopilot computer, even the processor to run all the apps, those will actually be exactly the same. So one of the benefits of buying right now is that not only do you get to take advantage of all the incentives and deals and stuff like that, but you can use full self-driving and still get the same software experience for years and years and years to come. That's one of the cool things about Tesla is that they do take care of their customers. Even if it takes them a little bit of time in the back end there, they do take care of their customers with very frequent software updates. And I don't want you to think that you have to wait for the new Model Y to get a technically superior car, because from what we've seen from the Model 3 and even Cybertruck, it's the same processor, same camera system, same all that stuff. It's not going to be any any better at full self-driving than the Model Y right now. So if you want to dive into that, buy a car right now and be happy. And also do keep in mind, for a limited time, Tesla's running a couple of specials. There's the 1.99% APR finance rate, so some lower APR finance deals through Tesla. And also there is the full self-driving transfer, where you can transfer FSD from an old Tesla to a new Tesla if you take delivery before, I believe it's the end of September. So keep that in mind as well. All right, folks, so what do you think about all of this? Your thoughts on a Model Y right now? I know I've gone back and forth with certain videos, if you should buy now, if you should wait. I've made the case and really the argument on both sides, but in this video, I wanted to just sort of throw it out there and tell you why right now might be a good time to buy. If you've got a comment, let me know down below your thoughts. Also, just want to give a big thanks to Masterworks for sponsoring and supporting this channel. They have got over 400 artworks in their collection from names you've heard of: Picasso, Warhol, and Banksy. And as the economy right now is up and down and up and down, you're probably looking for a different investment strategy. And one of the best places to actually put your money is in fine art. Billionaires know it, banks know it, and now you can get a piece of the action as well. Masterworks makes it so simple, so easy. Over 900,000 users have signed up, and if you want to get immediate access, skip that wait list. All you've got to do is scan the QR code on screen right there, or head to masterworks.art/Rosenfeld to learn more and get started today. And again, skip that wait list and get immediate access right now. And if you made it to the very end of the video and want some free ways to win, a free way to win some Amazon money, 3 simple things you gotta do: subscribe to the channel, like this video, and also tell me in your comment down below, when did you subscribe to the channel? Have you been around a week, a month, a year, 4 years, whenever you did? Hit that subscribe button. Let me know. I appreciate you all. Even if today is your very first video, welcome, and thanks so much for sticking around to the very end. I appreciate you all. Thanks, guys, so much. I am Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see you all in the next one.